This is the Mr. Shady Show. I'm Mr. Shady, throwing shade wherever I go. Watch out, cause you might be next. And today is a good day to film this video because we are going to talk about a franchise that surprised me, scarred me, traumatized me, made me look at life a different way, just all of the above. We are going to talk about the Final Destination franchise. We are actually going to rank all 6 films because Final Destination 6, aka Bloodlines, came out a couple months ago and enough time has passed, so I'm thinking it's about time I give my point of view about this franchise. So welcome to Ranking Movies Final Destination Edition. So everyone knows Final Destination. So basically what the franchise is that these people, it doesn't matter if you're a teenager, it don't matter if you're an adult, it don't matter if you got a job, if you got kids. It's basically about deaths trying to kill a bunch of people, but a select person has a vision of what death is trying to do. And some people get off, some people escape, some people don't escape, but the survivors, they die one by one by a freak accident. And sometimes you can escape death, but sometimes you can't. How we're going to do this video is that I'm going to tell you what I like about the movie, what I don't like about the movie, talk about the premonitions, the deaths, and the ending. Spoiler. What the fuck? Spoiler alert. I hate all of the endings. I hate every single ending. Why I keep watching the movies even though I hate the endings, I don't know. I have a lot to say about this franchise because when my sister put it on the TV for the first time, making me watch this franchise, I just keep giving her the side eye. Cause why am I watching this franchise? Do you want to traumatize me? And the worst part is that it was March, it was time for the carnival, and then literally the third one's about people dying at the carnival. I knew she was doing. I knew what she was doing. She was diabolical for that. Let's get started with the video. Last place is, it's not a surprise, Final Destination 4, aka The Final Destination. What was this movie? Who wanted this movie? Who needed this movie? Who wrote the movie? Who casted the movie? Who made all decisions? Like, who directed it? Basically, who is the dumbass who made this movie? Because let me tell y'all something. It wasn't giving Final Destination. It wasn't giving cinema. It wasn't giving theater. It wasn't giving Death Is Coming For Us. It wasn't giving any of that. It was giving MTV. Just strictly MTV. And not MTV TV show, MTV movie. Let's start what I like about Final Destination 4. I'm gonna be right back. So, what I like about Final Destination 4 is, honestly, the only person I like was Nick's girlfriend. I don't know her name right now, but I'm just gonna call her Quinn from One Tree Hill because she was on One Tree Hill. Loved her in One Tree Hill. I only like her. Nick, he was alright. He didn't really do anything. For him to be the main boy, he didn't do nothing. Alex is better. I also like about the movie is the theater premonition. That was fun. That should have been the main premonition, not the racetrack. Cause what were they doing with that racetrack? Who even goes to the racetrack? I get it was the 2000s, but still, who wants to waste their time at a racetrack? I don't know. I never went to a racetrack. That's not my cup of tea. But if you go to a racetrack at your free time, good for you. I just feel like with Final Destination 4, it could have been better. Especially back then, if it was going to be the Final Destination. They didn't have 5 or 6 in mind. It was like, if this was going to be the Final Destination movie, this is how y'all wanted to end the franchise? If I was a fan back then, I would hate the studios for ending the franchise with that movie. What I dislike about the movie is everything else. Now that we're done with that, let's talk about the premonition. The premonition, that was crazy. Even though I didn't like the racetrack premonition, it was kind of crazy. Cause like, here's how it went down. So oil went out in the racetrack. The drivers' cars was going out of hand, and then flying parts. The stadium was coming down. It was crazy. And then how each person died. That was just. Oh, I was like that was crazy. Still say, I will never shut up about it. The main premonition for the Force One, it should have been a movie theater, not no racetrack. But hey, I'm not the writer, so okay. Let's talk about the deaths. The deaths. I think the best death in the Force One is probably I can't remember the character's name, but Nick Zano. His death, that was the best one, cause that was giving Final Destination. The rest of the deaths, that wasn't giving Final Destination, cause like his little body parts, it was literally getting in the drain. Like it was, like that was scarring. That what was that? Worst death in the Force One? I'm gonna have to say the very first death after the premonition. That woman who got who I think it was a tire that hit her, but I don't know. That was crazy, but that was also weak. Now let's talk about the ending. I like the ending only because that everybody died. I don't care. I did not care about the characters besides Quinn.
And I'm down on my knees again.
Okay, now that we're done with that monstrosity of a film, let's go to number 5 before I get triggered. So, at 5th place, I'm gonna have to say Final Destination 5. This was a lot better than the 4th movie, because I actually cared about the characters. The deaths was great. The storyline, it was actually making me focus on the film. And the ending, let's talk about that ending, because I was shocked that it was a prequel. I was like, let's talk about what I like about Final Destination 5. What I like about Final Destination 5 is that they actually give us characters that we genuinely cared about. And it was kind of like a throwback to 1999, or was it 2000? I don't know. It was a great time capsule. It gave us brand new characters that I actually cared about, and it just felt normal. We finally moved out of the teenage phase and focused on grown adults. That was kind of fresh, because I feel like with the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, and the 6th, it was all about teenagers and young adults. When I say young adults, I mean like their 20s, 21, 22. The 5th one, it was actually true adults. I think that was great. And they brought Tony Todd back for the 5th one. Rest in peace, Tony Todd. I still can't believe you died. But, and good for him for not being in the 4th one, because I was all like, Tony Todd, if I was you and I was in that 4th one, I would ask for my money back. Sam, he was a good visionary. He was way better than Nick, because Sam, he did not hesitate. He saved his girl. He wanted to save everybody. He got off that bridge. I would have done the same thing. Once he said, we need to leave the bus, the bridge is gonna collapse, I would have been right out that door, right at that bus stop.
Dame un grr. Un qué?
Now let's talk about what I dislike about the film. Not again. What I dislike about Final Destination 5 is I'm not gonna lie, they killed off the black dude. They killed off Olivia. They made the Family Dollar version of a Franco brother. Turns out he wasn't a Franco brother. Again, what I don't like is majorly his character. I don't remember his name. But that they kind of made him the main villain instead of Death itself, because the main villain in the movies is Death, but in the 5th one, it was him. I didn't like that. Talk about the premonition. That premonition was insane. The bridge. That was really insane. Because imagine like you're getting Like, you're just trying to go home, you try to go to work, you try to go to Starbucks, you're trying to go to a nice restaurant, and then out of nowhere, the bridge just collapsed. My thing is, if they knew they were going to work on the bridge, why didn't they just close it down? Why just they couldn't say bridge closed, go to another way? Like, if you're going to work on the bridge over the ocean, why are you making people go through? Just close the bridge down until it's complete. Shoot. Deb didn't have to do anything. It was construction workers' fault. They're stupid. Like, close the bridge down until it's finished. The deaths. Again, I wasn't really fond of the deaths. Again, number 6, 1, 2, and 3, their deaths are better. 4 and 5, it could have been better, but yeah, I'm sorry. Now let's talk about the ending. Again, the ending was the best part of the 5th one, to be honest, because it was a real shocker. Like, it was a prequel. Like, oh my gosh. You know what? I should have known it was a prequel, because with Tony Todd, he didn't mention about Alex. He didn't mention about Claire. He didn't mention about Kimberly. They were not present. And they didn't talk about Flight 180. I would have been all like, why aren't they talking about Flight 180? Yeah, but not talking about Flight 180. What
the fuck was that?
Them not talking about Flight 180. That was a dead giveaway, because duh, it hasn't happened yet. That is great. Will you stop? That's enough with Final Destination 5. In 4th place, I have Final Destination 6, aka Bloodlines. This movie was actually good. It was actually good, because after I watched the 5th one for the first time, I was all like, what are they gonna do with number 6? Because everybody's dead. It really proved me wrong. Okay, what I like about Final Destination Bloodlines is that they introduce us to Iris, the original visionary. And to me, I feel like they kind of explained why Alex, Kimberly, Wendy, Nick, and Sam, they had visions. Because their ancestors, they were in the Sky Tower, and their ancestors were supposed to die, but Iris saved them, and it could death a long time because they were supposed to kill everyone, and maybe that's why they had the vision. So I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too much into it. And what I also like is that about the film is that they brought Tony Todd back. Unfortunately, this was his last film. I hate that he died, but hey, once God is calling, you gotta listen. And what I also like about Bloodlines is that it was kind of giving Final Destination 1 and 2 vibes. It was kind of giving that, like 1 and 2 combined, and instead of making like high schoolers, it's about family. And it was like a generation bloodline, a generation family curse that was kind of giving. So what I dislike about Final Destination Bloodlines is that they killed Iris. Like, they killed Iris, and they treated Stephanie wrong. Cause let's be for real, if Stephanie said that Death is after us, I would have believed her. I mean, especially if I saw Howard die, and I was all like, y'all saw your uncle die. Ain't no way that was a normal death. No one was touching that lawnmower. No one touched that rake, and you thought it was just an accident. A normal accident? No, that was this. The way her family treated Stephanie, I would say like, no, don't come help him. Don't come to my help now. I tried to tell y'all, but y'all didn't listen. Sorry, y'all had technical difficulties. But let's move on. Let's talk about the vision. The Sky Tower. First of all, I would not be on that tower in the first place. That is too high. And second, Iris, you're a real one.
Hello?
Iris, you are a real one. Because I would have been skeptical too. Because let's talk about it. It's not Death's fault. It was their fault. Because the little kid, it was the little kid's fault. It was construction for rushing that Sky Tower process. Like, if you're trying to make a building that big, you can't rush construction. It takes time. And look what happened. Everybody died. And it started the visionaries in the first place.
Motherfucker.
Talk about the deaths. The deaths were crazy. Look at all the deaths that's happened in that movie. Especially the ending. Did y'all see that ending? I was like,
I'm so tired, fuck, I can't take
the writers and Des, you're wrong, because y'all could have let Charlie and Stephanie live. Especially since you killed the mama off. Like, y'all could have let them live. Like, what is your problem, Death? Are you that petty that you don't want to leave any survivors?
Yes!
Get it together. Okay, now we're done with Bloodlines. Now let's talk about the main three. The original trilogy. The reason why we're all here. The reason why the franchise was a success. And I'm also going to be saying, which, I know there's been a debate on, I don't know where I saw the debate, but is the first Final Destination or the second one, or the second Final Destination is better? To me, at number 3, third place, Final Destination 2. I'm sorry. It's just, when I watched Final Destination 1 and 2 back to back, I liked the first one more, but with Final Destination 2, it was iconic. It was iconic. Let's talk about it. And oh my god, I'm so sorry. There's this bug. I'm like, you better get away from me. It's Final Destination 2. It's iconic. It had the flaws, just like every other movie. What I like about Final Destination 2. What I like about Final Destination 2 is that they gave us another reason, in a way to escape death. Like, you gotta like kill yourself. I think so. I don't know. You gotta kill yourself or someone to get that life back, to save yourself. That's what I like. And what I also like about Final Destination 2 is the premonition. What I also like. And honestly, what I like about Final Destination 2 is the casting. Because look at the cast. We got the dad from Cruel Summer. We got Penelope from One Day at a Time. We got, I'm sorry to say this, but the white guy from, I don't know his name, from I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer. We got, the brother from She's the Man. What is that, 4? I think so. We got Mickey from Shameless. I was like, he looked way different. He looks better with black hair. But the casting, that was one of the best parts of Final Destination 2, the casting. Oh, and they brought Clear back. That's a bonus too. Oh, and the guy from Living Single, he was in the movie too. Okay. Oh, what I also like about Final Destination 2 is that it's directly connected to the first one. Like, how Des is going backwards, and the reason why Des is targeting these people is because if it wasn't for them, they would be dead. But since they died, they're the reason they're alive. I don't know how to explain it correctly, but I really hope you understood what I said, because I'm kind of confused myself. Now let's talk about what I dislike about Final Destination 2. You killed off Clear and Alex. You killed the main two people off. Who does that?
Shut the fuck
Who
up.
does that? I don't blame Kimberly. I don't blame the cop. Who I blame is the writers and the studio. That's who I blame. Because how are you going to kill the main girl? Like, she was safe. She was in the insane asylum. She had, Dad wasn't after her. She was just living her best life. And then with Alex, he had his happy ending. They were a boyfriend or girlfriend. They were, I don't know, they were just feeling themselves. And then, I'm sorry. I'm still mad that they died. I'm still mad they died. But let's talk about Alex. I feel like they killed off Alex is because, I don't know if the studios didn't want him back or Devin, he just didn't want to come back. But let me tell you something. Just because Devin didn't want to come back or y'all didn't want him back, that don't mean you got to kill off Alex. Because after everything he's been through in the first one, why you got to kill him off? Why you got to get Clear off?
Fuck you all, bitch.
It's because you don't like Kimberly more than Clear? Instead of replacing Clear with Kimberly, how about you make the two final girls together so they can be unstoppable? And with Wendy, all three of them, that would have ate. That would have ate. Just all three of them working together to kick Death's ass. Oh, one last thing. Belle from Descendants, she was also in the movie. That was a good cameo. I screamed. Okay. Now let's talk about the premonition. What the f was that premonition? Seeing a log Law Truck, that changed my mind of life entirely. Cause what was that? Oh my gosh, I still have nightmares about it. Let's talk about the deaths. My favorite death from Final Destination 2 is probably going to have to be the cigarette guy. Because his death, it was just like he just got decomposed. That was crazy. And my least favorite death from that movie is I'm gonna have to say Mickey from Shameless Death. He just blew up. That was crazy. That was just out of nowhere. That was absolutely crazy. Oh, I just realized I didn't say. Okay, real quick before I go to second and first place. My favorite deaths from Final Destination 5 probably has to be Olivia, because that was crazy. And my least favorite death is probably the Discount Franco brother. His death was probably my least favorite, because that was crazy too. And my favorite death from Bloodlines is probably Iris' death, because she went out as a G. I can't believe she still died. The family for killing her off. I can't. And my least favorite death is probably Charlie and Stephanie's mom, where I don't know if it was like I don't know what to call it, but when it fell on her, I was like,
money on my mind, man, it's never ending.
Second place is Final Destination 1.
Okay!
Final Destination 1, you are an iconic piece of the 90s and 2000s. What I like about Final Destination 1 is that it just started a trend. And I'm not getting on an airplane, ever. Before I watched this movie, I was all like, yeah, I wouldn't mind riding on the plane, just to have that experience. But after watching this movie, I'm like, y'all never gonna catch me on a plane. I don't care if I had to go like 1,000 miles, I am not getting on that plane. I'd rather drive, take a train to get on that plane. I like the premonition. I like the characters. I like the deaths. Basically, I just like everything. I don't know if I do have a dislike. Oh, I only have one dislike. When they killed Billy and they made Carter live. Carter should have died and Billy should have lived. It should have been Claire, Alex, and Billy. Now no Claire, Alex, and Carter. What's Carter gonna do? What is he gonna do? No, explain to me. What is he going to do? I like the vision, the airplane. That was crazy. Because my thing is, if you see all these signs that something bad is going to happen and you want to trust your gut, Do not do what you're originally going to do. If you have a second thoughts, if you think something bad's gonna happen, listen to your gut. Never follow what someone else is going to say. Listen to yourself. My favorite death is probably going to have to be Carter. Because when he died, I laughed. No offense. When the little kid from Bloodlines died, I laughed. Because this is your fault. And where was his parents? Ending though. Let's talk about the ending. The ending, I feel like Claire, Alex, and Carter, they wouldn't live if Alex would just kept his fucking mouth shut. You cleared, and then you brought up deaths, and then Carter died, and then you died, and then Claire died. Let's talk about number 1. Final Destination 3. I was starstruck when I saw Wendy in Jake? Is his name Jake? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know his real name, but I don't know the character's name. I am so sorry. Ryan? I don't know. What I like about this Final Destination 3, why I think it's the best, because I like the characters, I like the premonition, I like the deaths, I like the interval, I like the special appearances, I like how they wasted no time. When Wendy figured out that Death is coming after her, she immediately told everyone to keep your head up, because Death death doesn't take no survivors. The only thing that I dislike about this movie is the ending. Why'd you have to kill her off? Why'd you have to kill Wendy off? She was the best visionary. Why'd you gotta kill her off? You could have killed Kimberly off? Why you gotta kill her? Shoot. I'm not gonna lie. I would have forgave Final Destination if they kept Wendy. Because y'all killed Clear. The least you can do is keep Wendy. But no, you gotta kill her off. Let's talk about this man. Ryan I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He is a OG. He was in this. He was in Pretty Little Liars. He was in 2 Disney Channel movie classics. He was, at this point, he was everywhere. Did it seem like he was everywhere? To me, it felt like he was everywhere. Just like Jason Dolly. He was everywhere when he was on Disney. Okay, but let's talk about the vision. The roller coaster, that was crazy. The roller coaster was crazy. All because this dude wanted to bring a camera on the roller coaster. It's like, if you don't get on, if you don't get off and get that camera off the roller coaster, like, I swear, stupidity. I can't with stupid people. I really can't. Let's talk about the deaths. My favorite deaths probably has to be the tending beds. That was crazy. I was all like,
oh my God, what the fuck?
And my least favorite death probably has to be Wendy's sister's friend when that spear went through her chest. It was okay. It was okay. Oh, Kevin, is that his name? Kevin? Maybe? I don't know. Now let's talk about the ending. I hated the ending. What was that ending? You didn't have to kill her off. That's all I'm going to say before I get pissed off. Before I end this video, let's talk about why Final Destination is a good franchise. I think it's a good franchise because it gives us many life lessons. No matter how old you are, no matter how good your life is going, no matter who you are, no matter what you are, death is around the corner. Like, you could be young, you could be an adult, you could be a mother, a father, a grandparent, an uncle, an aunt, a high schooler, a teenager, a little kid. Death is just, you never know when it's time. You never know when you could die. Because at this point, anything could happen to you. Which is why you always gotta stay cautious. So that is it for this video. Like, comment, and subscribe about this franchise. Let's talk in the comments. Let's talk about the franchise. Tell me, what do you think is the best premonition? Who do you think should have survived? Who do you think should have died? And what is your favorite Final Destination movie, or your ranking even? Because I'm interested. I want to know. I want to give a shout out to BT Shirts and Belinda's Bling, aka my sponsors. I can't wait to work for you guys to make this YouTube channel more poppin'. I have faith in myself. I have faith in y'all, and it's gonna be great. I can't wait to see what the future holds. If you guys want me to link you guys BT Shirts and Belinda's Bling website links in the comments, please let me know, because they're pretty cool. I wear BT shirts right now, and this is not Belinda's Bling. This is from my dad. Give her a chance. Her bling is actually really amazing. Final Destination, I have a no for you. Don't make it 7-1. 6 was enough. 6 was kind of the perfect ending for the franchise. Don't ruin it with a 7, please. My TikTok is Ryan Robinson 545, and my Instagram is GamerGuy141. And you guys just want to see me having fun, or just see previews of my next video, or let me know what the next video is gonna be, or a preview, just follow it and to see what you like about my pages. Subscribe so you can just keep seeing more of my videos. And yeah, comment, because I want to hear you guys' perspective about this franchise. Again, I had a great time filming this video. More videos. Hurry up! This is Mr. Shady signing off.